Welcome to Narwee Baptist Church Youth, everyone. Nice to have you tuning in for the video component of our night. As usual, we want you to log into Slido. However, last week I got the code very wrong. So this week I'm not even going to say it, but the code will appear somewhere on the screen right now. But it's also going to be in the video description, so check there. Now last week we didn't actually have too many of you on Slido. But if you're watching this video, then at least 43.7% of the fun is happening on Slido because the banter is so real. So get onto Slido now. That includes you, Year 11 boys. So now that we're all on Slido, right, let's hand it over to Murray, Georgia, and Nick to have some fun tonight.
Real estate is a tough world to work in. You're about to see 3 real estate agents battle it out to determine who is the best at describing locations favorably, finding places quickly, selling houses over Slido, and other real estate-y things. According to this website, working in real estate requires organization, flexibility, and hard work. And today, you'll learn how to sell houses without any of those things. Welcome to House Hunters. It's near this beautiful field, which has its own AFL goals, posts, I don't know what they're called, and it also caters to other sports. So if you're big into cricket, you can play there. Now, lockdown picnics are great, but why stop their fun when lockdown ends? This location is near some perfect picnicking spots. There are also 2 Coles's across the road from each other. I don't know what it adds, but I'm sure it adds something. Now, the best part about this location is the water view, and if you look closely, you might be able to see some whales in the water. It's a really phenomenal view we have. You have to zoom in quite closely, so when we zoom out, they do disappear. But now you can see the location we're at. It's Ramsgate Beach.
This quaint little neighbourhood is tucked away in a beautiful part of Sydney, a hidden gem that has a lot to offer. You'll notice the leafy surroundings. This family-friendly neighbourhood has several parks to walk to, picnic at, and explore. Just take the neat little passageways hidden between housing on every block. If you're after more of a city feel, the suburb offers cul-de-sacs with impressive views. The roads, pavement, and gutter work in this area are both tidy and sturdy. And there are wide streets that allow for more than enough parking. This suburb is situated in a convenient location, with food options aplenty, and in walking distance from not 1, but 2 train stations. If you're a commuter, this place is for you. Just 35 minutes by train to Sydney CBD. So whether you're looking to buy, rent, or build, whether you're after some peace and quiet, a change of pace, or a new beginning, the suburb of Narwee is calling you.
This location is bustling and bound to keep you entertained. With loads of outdoor spaces, picnic grounds, bike tracks, beautiful sunsets, there is just so much to do outside the home that you're not going to want to go home until you need to sleep. With P1 through P7 parking, you're never going to be stuck on the street. In terms of good times, you've come to the right place. Events year-round, lots to do. You're never going to miss a cultural moment around here. Of course, when you're having fun with mates, it's always nice to have a fire. So in this location, there are some facilities to enjoy that fire. And finally, if you found yourself a bit caught out by this COVID outbreak, rest assured, this location's got you covered. So when you find the time, come on down to Sydney Olympic Park and enjoy the action.
Now it is time for the House Hunters time trial. 3 real estates go head to head to find the following properties in the fastest time. A unit with a red roof, a 2-storey home, and Macca's and a yellow house.
Well, good morning. This is House Hunters. I am from Mellor Mortgages. My name is Murray, and today we will be finding that sweet serenity, that peaceful property, and that divine duplex. So here we go. Time trial begin. Off we go. In fact, straight off the bat, you're not going to be able to see that. Okay. Here we go. We're going to find this property.
I'm Georgia and I'm from Everley Estates. Here at Everley Estates, we guarantee you fast results without actually compromising what you're looking for. So here we go, time has started. Let's go find unit with red roof. You've met Murray, you've met Georgia. Now let's meet our third competing real estate agent for today. Here's Nick from Pastore Properties.
Alright, so we're starting the race. Just left home, and oh, you beauty! Just already found an apartment with a red roof. Love to see it.
The first item on our agenda today, this wonderful red brick unit complex with a red brick roof. I assure you that it's red, it's beautiful. Alright, that is our first option today. It's got some lovely palm looking things out the front and a couple car spots for the lucky few out there.
So I'm 20 seconds in and I am off to a flying start. I've already found the first thing that I need to find. And if I keep going at this rate, I will have it done in no time. Now all I need to do is find a 2-story house.
So this first one did take a bit longer than anticipated, but we finally found unit with red roof.
Alright, and I'm still on my street and I found a 2-story house. Check both ways. And here we go. Uno dos.
That, my friends, is a 2-story home. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Next up, gotta find the Macca's. Oh, that's this way.
2-story home. Alright, next one, we'll need the car.
So I'm on my way to Macca's now. And gosh, I gotta say, I think I'm doing really well. Speed is what you get when you buy with Pastore Properties. It's just, oh, the pace of this. It's like, good luck to Georgia and Murray in keeping up.
Alright, I'm just approaching Macca's now, on the keen lookout for any stray Macca's tickets. This is gonna be my edge to winning.
Here at South Hurstville Macca's.
That, my friend, is a Macca's. That's number 3 on the list now. It's a bit of a flex. Not only is this a Macca's, it's also got a Krispy Kreme right next door.
The frozen Coke I ordered did not come with the Monopoly sticker, but fortunately, I've found some in the car park. What a win. It's about time. Who would waste these?
Alright, just a quick update. I just came out from Macca's and I thought I was doing really, really well for time. But I've actually fallen a bit behind because I'm such a slow driver that getting everywhere I've gotten to has taken a big chunk out of my time. I also found some Macca's stickers on the ground, but they were so dirty and manky that I figured I'd rather take the time penalty than have to pick them up.
And now, just got to find that yellow house. Hoping there's one somewhere nearby. Time to pick up the pace.
Oh, I think there's a yellow house.
Just a moment later, I've discovered cutest little yellow house you've ever seen, right next to its matching blue friend. Man, this is what I'm talking about. Fast results without compromise.
Is this one here? Is that yellow? That looks pretty yellow to me. Maybe a bit on the cream side. Oh, that is a yellow house. Yes. Alright, let's lock that in.
Finally found the yellow house. And I believe I did all that in record time. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the results come out.
Stop timer. Mela Mortgages. All the places. Done. GG.
And I'm back. Wow, that was intense, but Oh, looks like I'm the first one back here. That's very impressive. But I guess with the speed you get with Pastore properties, it is to be expected. The stopwatch is telling me that I managed to do all that in just 14 minutes. So whilst I didn't manage to get any tickets, that is a very impressive time. So yeah, good luck to the others in beating that.
A few moments later.
Hey Georgia, welcome back.
Hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's just had to take a bit of a Macca's run on the way.
Well, you did take your time. How long did you take?
I got 20 minutes. Thank you very much. Found two of these little Macca's tickets here. Did you find any tickets, Nick?
I didn't manage to find any, and it breaks my heart a little to see you finding those. That takes your time down by 6 minutes, and now you're matching me on 14. Guess we'll just have to. It's not great. I guess we'll just have to see. Hope that Muzz got a bit more time than us.
Yeah, let's see how he's gone. Where is Muzz? Probably still out there looking for properties.
One eternity later.
Oh, hello.
Hello there. How'd it go?
It was good. It was good. I found so many Macca's tickets that I actually redeemed my instant win. It was good.
That's huge. That's huge. How much?
How'd you guys go?
I did. I must say, I think incredibly. I got 14 minutes, but didn't manage to find any Macca's tickets. So even some you lose some.
I got 20 minutes, but found two Macca's tickets. So Nick and I are actually on a tie here. What was your time, Muzz?
I got 29 minutes and found 5 tickets. So what's that? 5 times 3 off 29? 14.
No.
Oh, you're joking.
That's
So
So we've all tied. What are we going to do?
It looks like if we want to settle who's the best real estate agent, we're going to have to maybe do a challenge where we see if we can find the best house or something.
Amazingly, we are tied, which brings us to the final tie-break round. In the end, we battle for your votes about finding that dream house, and you've requested that the dream house has a circle window, carport, no succulents, single story, purple brick house. Here we go.
All of us over at Pastore Properties have been working tirelessly to find you your dream home. And I'll take you through it, but I think we've found the perfect one. Take it in. What a house. And very soon, it could be yours. Now you wanted a circle window? Well, we've got not 1, not 2, but 6. Now that's more circle windows than I know what to do with. But hey, it's your dream home. Do with them what you will. Now you also wanted no succulents. Well, if that's the case, let me take you around what is a wonderful garden. It stretches across both sides of the driveway, even has an island in the middle, and not a succulent in sight. This garden is high maintenance. Now you also want a carport. Now whether you wanted to store a car in there, or 2 bins, a motorcycle, and a punching bag as we have, this house can accommodate for your needs. Now listen, we know it's not purple, and we know it's not brick. White is easy to paint over, so it's not a lost cause, but honestly I don't know what you're expecting when you ask for a purple brick house. And it's also not 1 story, but the second story is only really at the back. So I think if we're being reasonable, we could count it as 1.5 stories, which isn't that far off what you wanted.
Hello again. I'm out here looking for your dream home, and I'm pretty confident we found it. Here we have a purple 1-story house as per request. The garden, if I can draw your attention to it. I don't know what that is, but I can tell you what it's not. And it's not succulents. You might be asking about the circle window. What I see here is potential. An opportunity to make this house your own. That's just a simple remolding job, really. And then the carport, finally, is actually shared with your neighbour, with this communal driveway. How lovely, getting to know the neighbours. And there we have it, folks. That's all from Everleigh Estates. You ask and we deliver. Thank you.
Hi there, Murray Mellor from Mellor Mortgages here. After a long search, taking into your requirements into account, I believe I found the place. So without further ado, I'd like to present this property here. It is of course brick, and it does have this circle window. So if you like shapes, you may as well get all the shapes and go the circle, the arch, and the square. Just get the full play school suite, really. There are succulents in the front yard. It does have a carporty sort of thing and some garages. But yeah, if you like what you see, vote the Play School house with Mela Mortgages.
And that's a wrap. Thanks for joining us today on House Hunters. Please cast your final votes on Slido now. Till next time.
We're about to move into our teaching element for the night, something we call creative ministries. Now, in creative ministries this term, we're going to go through the second half of the book of 1 Corinthians. And in the next few weeks, we're going to be covering the Apostle Paul discussing some of the essential things about church. This is actually perfect timing, because for those of us who are double vaxxed, church is back in person from this Sunday. So if you are vaxxed and comfortable, we'd love to see you in person at either 9 a.m. or 6 p.m. For those who aren't, church will continue to be live streamed, and we will be open to the not yet fully vaxxed in a few more weeks' time, so stay tuned. Now, I'm personally really excited to be back in person, and I'm hoping youth will eventually follow this. For now, however, let's jump over to Duncan, who's going to help us explore something about the church from 1 Corinthians.
Tonight we will be looking at the Lord's Supper. For those who don't know, the Lord's Supper is referring to what Jesus said on the night that he was betrayed, taking the bread and the cup of wine, but apple juice in my case, to symbolize what was about to happen and an instruction to remember what Jesus was about to do, which was to die on the cross for us and take all the penalties of sin on himself. Now, in the passage tonight, we see Paul is writing to the church in Corinth, who were having a lot of problems, one of which was their unity. The church had developed divisions, where people rallied behind different leaders within the church, and this had an effect on how they conducted the Lord's Supper. In part of the passage tonight, 1 Corinthians chapter 11, in the verses 20 to 22, it says, "When you come together, is it not the Lord's Supper you eat? For as you eat, each of you goes ahead without waiting for anybody else. One remains hungry, another gets drunk. Don't you have homes to eat and drink in? Or do you despise the church of God and humiliate those who have nothing? What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you for this? Certainly not." Now there we get a very clear picture about what the church in Corinth was doing. Complete disregard for what the Lord's Supper was about, with seemingly no memory of why they do it. It's supposed to be a time of reflection, a time of remembrance. We are instructed to examine ourselves, to recognize what Jesus did. Paul goes on to say that this is the reason why so many of them were getting sick and suffering. It's because when you eat this bread and you drink this cup without recognizing God, it says you eat and drink judgment upon yourself. But Paul also shares how it should be done. And when done in this way, it brings about the unity that the church needs. In verse 33, it says, "So then, my brothers and sisters, when you come together to eat, wait for each other." And then back at verses 23 to 26. "For I received from the Lord what I also passed on to you. The Lord Jesus, on the night he was betrayed, took bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and said, 'This is my body, which is for you. Do this in remembrance of me.' In the same way, after supper he took the cup, saying, 'This cup is the new covenant in my blood. Do this, whenever you drink it, in remembrance of me. For whenever you eat this bread and drink this cup, you proclaim the Lord's death until he comes.
Well, that's another week of youth, or at least the YouTube component, because we're all jumping onto Zoom now to hang out with our pods and discuss 1 Corinthians 11, which is all about the Lord's Supper, as we heard. Email me if your leaders haven't sent you a Zoom link, and join us for Block on Sunday, which is still over Zoom, to discover more about Jesus in the Gospel of Luke, and maybe even see you at church. Have a great night, everyone.